real sadness and heartbreak in the community.
The detained suspect, Kyle Clifford, remains in hospital in a serious condition. Joining us now is Anna Willis. She's the senior multimedia reporter at My London and has been covering the story at the scene. Good afternoon to you, Anna.
Good afternoon, Adam.
What's the latest that we know about this crime?
I think the latest is, as you say, Kyle Clifford, who is the main suspect in this case, remains in hospital after being detained in Enfield at a cemetery yesterday. At present, he has not been arrested and still has not talked to police. So we are currently awaiting more information on that.
He's obviously in a pretty, bad way, pretty injured if he can't really talk or react with the police.
Yeah, I wasn't in Enfield, but I understand that there were lots of paramedics needed at the scene yesterday when they did find him in Enfield.
And any idea how he got injured?
No, we don't know at this stage. I don't know anything. The police hasn't confirmed anything, so I can't speculate, I'm afraid.
You've been speaking to people in the community, some of them who knew the victims. What have they been telling you?
I mean, they've been saying just how lovely a family the Hunt family was. I was on the road just off Ashling Close today, which still remains cordoned off. And Betty, who's 91, who lives in the house right opposite Ashling Close, told us that during the pandemic, John would knock on her door and offer to go to the supermarket and check that she had enough food. We were also hearing from people who went to Louise's dog grooming service and were describing her as a lovely, quiet, gentle girl who loved dogs. Just real sadness and heartbreak in the community.
And John, presumably, or maybe not, did he attend the memorial service? What's he doing now?
I have to say, I don't know. I wasn't able to attend the service this morning. I only arrived afterwards, but so I can't say where he's been at the moment, I'm afraid.
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
And if you were watching the football last night or you were listening to the football last night, all of John Hunt's colleagues wanted to send him their thoughts. And I think that you'll agree it was definitely the right thing to do. And it was good to hear that so many people want to offer their support to the family at the moment. Now, 26-year-old Kyle Clifford, the suspect who police apprehended last night, remains in hospital. And the Home Secretary is looking at whether tougher laws are needed on crossbow ownership. Let's talk now to Dan Hammond, news reporter at The Sun. Dan, what's the very latest that the police have said?
Hello. So, the latest we've seen from the police is a search which is ongoing at the family home of Kyle Clifford in Enfield. We've seen forensics officers combing the scene, removing evidence, and we've also seen heightened police presence all around the Bushey area for the last 2 days. So, as things stand, we're waiting for a condition update from Clifford from hospital to see what action, if any, the police will take.
And from friends and family, obviously a very moving tribute being given there from the local vicar. But I know, and everybody can understand, that this would have been a close community and so many people will have been affected by this, won't they?
Absolutely. You can see the shock in the people of the area. I've been talking to residents. I was there yesterday very early. I've been back there today. And people, you can just see the anguish on their faces when they realise that something so shocking has happened to somebody so close to where they live. There was a particularly poignant tribute left at the scene to down a bunch of flowers. A note said, "For the 3 beautiful souls who left us too early, wishing your onward journey be peaceful and full of love. To family and friends, I wish you all the strength in the world to come to terms with your tragic loss." and that from a local resident.
Sure. I know that there is very little that we can say about the details of the attack, nor would we want to. And obviously, as the police investigation continues and before anybody is formally charged, and after they're charged, in fact, if that happens, it is just legally inappropriate to do so. But do we know what might happen next?
Well, it all depends on the condition of the suspect, really. The police aren't looking for anybody else in this investigation, and we're aware of the details that have been reported. When the suspect is in a fit state, we can only assume that he will be questioned by police, and if the evidence is strong enough, he'll be charged and brought before magistrates' court the following day. And at that point, we'll hear some more of the details that he is alleged to have done.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Superintendent John Simpson. Police were called to a property in Ashland Close just before 7 p.m. last night. Officers attended alongside colleagues from the East of England Ambulance Service and, on arrival, found 3 women with serious injuries. Sadly, despite their best efforts, the women, who are believed to be related, died a short time later at the scene. The victims are aged 25, 28 and 61. Our overarching objective today is to protect public safety and to locate Kyle Clifford, who is wanted in connection with the murder of the 3 women in what we believe is a targeted incident. We have extensive police resources deployed to various locations in North London and also the Bushey area of Hertfordshire. The manhunt also involves armed police officers and specialist search teams responding at pace in the wake of what has been an horrific incident, involving what is currently believed to be a crossbow, but other weapons may also have been used.
Well, that's really the terrible thing, and this is not something that happens in Bushey. We've can't remember a murder in our rather quiet neck of the woods. So terrible shock, and our sympathies and prayers and thoughts with the families of the 3 women. That really is a terrible thing to happen to anybody, and I've gathered they're all from the same family, which obviously makes it even more tragic. And we'll do everything we can as the local council to add our source of comfort to where we can.